Homework 1, question 5. So, question 5 saying that suppose 100 people are waiting for blood test for a kind of disease. The probability that one person, the test result is positive equals to 0.1. There are two methods to test it. The first method will be just test one by one. And then for the second method, we're dividing 100 people into 10 groups, which there are 10 people in each group. Then mix 10 people's blood and test the mixture. If the result is negative, then everyone in this group is negative. If the result is positive, then we'll test 10 people's blood one by one. And then the number of tests become 1 plus 10, which equals to 11. So the question is, on the average, what is the number of the tests we need to do for the second question? So for the second question, first we let the k equals to the number of the tests in each group. So if the result is negative, we only need to do one test, and that's it. And if the test is positive, then we will do the tests for each of the 10 people in this group to see which one of them is positive. So in our case, the number of a blood test, which is k here, is equals to it's equal to 1 or 11. There's only two outcomes for in our case. So the average number of the test will be just 1 times the probability of the k equals to 1, which all 10 people in our group are negative, and all plus the 11 times probability of k equals to 11, which is the probability that someone in this group has been tested and positive. So as the question gives us, the probability of one person is 0.1. So which means the rest of the negative people, healthy people, will be just 1 minus 0. 1 minus 0.1 equals to 0.9. So so for the probability of all the 10 people are negative, will be just 0.9 to the 10th. And then for the probability of that people who is effective and positive will be just 1 minus 0.9 to the 10th. And then we will plug in the numbers back into our formula, which will be just 1 times 0.9 to the 10th plus 11 times 1 minus 0.9 to the 10th, which will give us 7.5 tests as the average for one group. So now, because we have 100 people in 10 groups, we will times the 7.5 test results and to 10, which will give us the average of 75 tests. So on the average test, the number of the tests will be 75 on average, compared to the first test, which we will test one by one, will save us around 25 tests approximately.